Your officers came and basically harassed us,
here.
made us move from here,
I was out here.
and told us that this was the only spot in the park that we could not stay. We have it on film.
He was here.
Like we can stay anywhere else over here, but not over here.
No, you weren't here just a second ago. Well, you were here earlier. You weren't here just a second ago.
Nobody said you couldn't be here.
We have it on film that they did, ma'am.
I had them put the car there.
Why?
Because we've got cars parked all over Hemisphere, and you all know that.
Okay, so a car length back was a problem?
Well, yeah, because this group complained about it blocking the passageway, so I had to move it over there.
Which is the exact spot we were sitting in that you said we were blocking the passageway. So how is the car not blocking the passageway yet we were? In your own words, you told me you were moving the car so that it would not be blocking anymore, but yet you also said that we were blocking the passageway by sitting there.
If you're going to film this, I want you to get it right. I did not tell you anything. Are we clear? I said nothing to you. I have not spoken to you until just now. So if you're going to do this, you get your facts straight.
And did you speak to them as a group?
I did not speak to this
You
group.
did not speak at all, except
I
to your
spoke
officers.
to the officers.
Okay, so did you issue orders to the officers?
I didn't have a camera the first time.
You were here.
Ma'am, did you issue...
He was here.
It's McCoy. It's actually the person he said told him to do.
Ma'am, did you issue orders to the officers?
All I did was tell him to move the car up because where's the young lady? Where's the young lady that was fussing?
She went to the restroom.
Oh, okie doke. She's the one that was making an issue about the car being blocking the passageway, so I had the officer move the car over there. So you would not feel like that we were doing something wrong. So I did what she said.
Okay.
You're
My
right.
question to you then is, why is it in the same place 15 feet forward? It's in the same place. It was this exact angle, a car length back, right up against the edge. Why is this any different? How is it any different? Physics.
I did not come out here and tell anybody to move. Understand
No, I'm
that.
not saying that.
Okay.
Why
I
did you
can't
park the
speak
car?
for
Joe,
them
hey,
because
Joe.
apparently they already
Can you give me
did.
a second? Ma'am, can I ask you that if these gentlemen are within compliance on the camping ordinance, may they stay in this area?
You guys can be anywhere in the park.
Okay.
Except for, guess what? And y'all know, you tell me where you can't be.
Where the damn chains are.
And where it says no trespassing. Okay.
Well,
Okay.
no trespassing is pretty much
So-
on the chain.
So can you...
Everything else is open to you.
apparently there was some confusion with your subordinates. Could you clear that up with them?
I will come by here on a regular basis and check and make sure you guys aren't sleeping.
That's fine.
That is fine.
We don't want that to happen because
You-
that's going to get you in trouble
Do you
with
happen to know the
camping.
temperature outside right now?
How is it sleeping camping?
Well, okay, we don't have any.
We're not going to argue the ordinance. That's for courts.
Then you know what we're going to do? We're going to check on your welfare. I'm checking the temperature for you.
The courts argue ordinances, not the officers.
What?
The courts argue the law, not the officers.
Ma'am, I'm just here because I want to stay warm.
If you...
That's all.
Forgive me. If you wanted to stay warm, you'd be at home.
I don't have a home.
Okay.
I'm sorry I don't have a home.
That's okay then.
It's not.
No, I'm assuming you guys, have homes and you're just out here because, be occupied.
How about a question for me?
44 and the low is 40.
Low
so
is
right
40.
now it's 44.
Okay, so 44 and 40.
40
That's
is
awfully
supposed to
cold,
be
isn't it? It's awfully cold.
Why are you telling me if it's cold? What's the point of telling me it's cold?
So not only are
Why are you telling me it's cold?
your officers, because you did not say it to us. You said it to them, but you did not say it to us.
What does cold
Why are
have
your
to do with
officers
anything?
parking their car over a
What does
public
cold have
heat
to do with
source?
anything?
Oh my god.
Oh, okay, I see what you're calling it. Okay.
Public
That car's-
park.
that
This is
car-
not a no trespassing zone.
No, and I can put the car right there.
Exactly, you can. I can't make
can.
you move it, but I can't. You are harassing us by doing so.
Ma'am, I'm
By
trying to
specifically
approach you
putting the
reasonably.
car in a space that we chose to sit
Okay,
in.
so let's wrap this up, guys.
But it's petty.
Let's wrap this up.
Yes, please, let's wrap this up. I'm tired of this stupid.
Okay, let's wrap this up, and I just want to make it clear for one last time that they are free to stay here as long as they are within the rules of the camping ordinance.
I'm allowed to sit right here.
Well, I would prefer you not be anywhere near the vehicle. So if you're leaning on it, no. I don't want anybody to give you any cause to think you might be doing something towards that vehicle, because that would be a problem.
Okay, but away from the vehicle.
Away from the vehicle.
This
How's
is
that?
the only. It's not even warm out there. This is like the only spot where it's warm, like right here.
I'm asking you to keep from you appearing to be doing anything towards that vehicle, any kind of criminal mischief or damage, which will get
Wood
guys
sitting
in
there leaning
trouble.
back
Yeah,
against
but
the door
nothing's
classifies criminal
nothing's
mischief.
gonna happen to this
you
car
have no
as long
business
as we're
leaning on
sitting
that
here.
car. That's not your car.
I can guarantee
Oh,
you
what does that
nothing's
wink
gonna
now?
happen to this car as long as I'm sitting right here. I won't let it.
Okay, well, guess what happened the other night?
What?
You guys crashed out, fell asleep, and no matter how many times we checked on you, you went right back to sleep. And you don't wake up easy. So,
Which night was that and where?
you weren't here, sir.
I'm aware of that.
So,
Which night was that and
You
where?
said
you
that.
wanna,
You said
you
that
wanna,
night
you wanna
yourself.
get,
That sleeping is
filled
not
in
against
on it.
the
You
law.
talk to the young men that were
Caleb, which
here
night
that
was
night.
that and where? Do you know?
Well, I would like to say there's been a lot of sleeping out here.
Yourself that sleeping was not against the law. You told that to 3 other officers.
Hold on, Caleb, give me a
I
second.
told you that too, but we're going to be waking you up to do welfare checks. The bottom line is, when it gets cold out here, I'm not going to wait and find out if you guys got out here and got hypothermia or something, and something happened to you. Because when you guys fall asleep, you are out to the world. So
You know you
you're
have
not keeping
3
any, you're
people
not
here
staying
that
awake.
are quite educated on hypothermia and other extreme weather conditions that can be effective to the body, right? 3.
Well, ma'am, I don't want to debate the sleeping. There's been a lot of sleeping out here by a lot of people. But all I want to know is that they are able to utilize these warm rocks as long as they are within the bounds of the camping ordinance.
You need to talk to him, because I've been really patient. And you need to have a word with this gentleman, because I've been dealing with you guys for over 2 months. And I don't feel like being pressed or pushed or goaded. So you might want to have a word with him.
It's a yes or no question about the law, man. There's no reason for you not to answer that.
What was the law?
I don't understand how you are construing that from what I'm telling you. I'm approaching you from a completely reasonable standpoint. People just want to be warm. We're human beings.
If you need to be warm, you can go to the Haven, since you've now pointed out that you don't have a home.
You're
Haven
right,
makes
Haven.
you sleep outside. That's
Yeah,
no
makes
different.
Ma'am, I'd like to see you spend the night in the Haven,
You can at least
seriously.
sleep outside with a mattress and blankets and stuff.
Yeah, one
you
mattress,
guys don't even
one
have that.
blanket.
You can't
And
use
they won't
it
even let
here.
us in right now.
Because you won't let us have it.
Curfew's 10 o'clock there.
Really?
Yeah. Ma'am, have you ever spent a night in Haven?
Have you spent one night in any
Have-
homeless shelter?
Even
I
if
don't
you walked
need
in
to.
there, even
I have no
security,
need to.
go
I
try
don't
it
need
sometime.
Go
Volunteer
do it
one
one
night.
time.
Volunteer for security
And
one
see what it's like.
one day.
See what we have to deal with there.
See what they do in there.
Now, fortunately, I'm not
Before you
homeless
speak.
anymore, but I came here homeless.
Okay. Well, I'm glad your luck turned.
So how is it that myself choosing to be out here denies me the right to be warm if there's an available heat source?
Is there?
How does that work?
Ma'am.
If you could please answer that question. You can't even get yourself in trouble for that.
I don't have to answer any questions.
No, I'm asking you to please
anymore.
answer
I
it.
don't have to now.
No, you don't have to.
It's-
You
it's-
can't get yourself in
you guys
trouble for
are
it.
you just keep going around the same thing. And,
Because you
and
haven't
coming back.
answered our questions.
You've
I
been
asked
going
him,
around the
and I've
question.
asked you, I don't care if you
Real.
sit here, but I do not want you leaning up against the car or doing
I'm not
anything
touching
up
the car.
against the car. That's all I asked.
Okay, so
That, I don't know, don't,
real quick. The only
twist
answer
it
that I
and
got
bring it
for the why
around.
the car was here is because I can put it there. Am I correct or am I incorrect? Because we have it on tape and we can always
I
go
have
check
that
later and
car
get back with
parked
you.
there. I have that car parked there.
Okay, so even though it was, 15 feet back and you moved it up and moved us from where we were at, even though we weren't actually breaking any laws, it's okay because you can do
The
that.
car was right there.
No, the car was right there.
No,
And
that
even though I wasn't here
officer's
when you
car,
got here.
the officer's car was there. This car was there.
No,
No, it was not, and we got photographic proof of that.
As a matter of fact, we do.
I got my
Yeah.
cars mixed up. Okay.
I assure you, you do.
Ma'am, what?
I am not being rude to you. I am not challenging you. And
Ma'am, you are wrong, and you are trying to defend yourself by not answering questions. That is rude, and that is a
Ma'am,
challenge.
in all
It is
sense
a
of
challenge to my
compromise-
rights as an American citizen.
compromise. You want me to compromise?
In all sense of fairness to each other, both from us and from your part, would it be okay to move the car a few feet so that
No,
we
sir,
may
I'm not
spit,
moving the car.
so that we may sit
No,
in the
sir.
warm spot as long as we are not sleeping
No,
or
I'm not
doing
moving.
anything else?
I'm not going to move the car.
So you move the car just to block the road, but you won't move it. Makes sense.
Were you ordered to do this from a higher authority?
No, sir.
So this
Yes,
was
you
your
were.
decision.
I can put a car here if I choose to.
I understand that.
That's not going to be a defense in court, man.
And we can sit here if we
You
choose
have
to.
no,
We
you
do.
have no recourse about where I put that car.
No, but we do have a harassment lawsuit.
That's fine, sir. That's fine.
And I'm sure you're well aware your officers already gave themselves away. And now you've given yourself away.
That's
I
fine,
can
sir.
do it because I'm a cop.
That's fine, sir.
So I can do it because I'm a cop. Does that mean I can do it because I'm a citizen?
You can do whatever
It's
you
a
feel you
legal
need to.
title that empowers me to rights in this country.
I understand
You have a
that.
legal title that empowers you to rights in this country.
I understand.
We're supposed to be able to trust you. We put our trust in you to protect us, but you are not protecting us. You
You
are
may not know,
harassing
but you're
us.
also
You
part
are
of the
causing our lives to
99%.
be harder. How can we
You're
put our
also one of
trust in
us.
somebody who makes our lives harder? Why do you think we're here? Because of
You're here because
major things
I
that are
don't know.
just like this,
I don't
but
know.
they affect
Exactly, you don't
everybody
know.
and they ruin lives. This is not going to
We're here
ruin our
because
life.
banks
It's not even going to ruin
are
our night.
elected officials
It's
who
just
are
a
supposed
pain
to
in the
represent
butt.
our interests,
Wait.
not the interests of the rich.
I've not, you know, when I talk to you guys, I have yet to find out what one thing you are focused on. You focused on, you know, a whole lot of stuff.
There's a
There's
whole lot
no
of stuff
one single
wrong.
problem to fix in this country. There's a whole lot of things that are wrong with this
You're
country.
You're right, but you can't fix all of them, and I'm trying to figure out if you guys focused on one, and focused your attention on one, and got it taken care of, and then moved to the next one, but it's just, it seems to be just a mix of, you know,
Return the
different
power
things
of coining
that,
money to the
legitimate,
United
you know,
States government.
legitimate things that
Not
you feel
coining,
are, you
printing
know,
and coining.
wrong,
Same.
but you're not,
Yeah.
you know, you just kind of hang around a little bit.
You know what one of
Well,
our
actually,
first and foremost
ma'am-
demands is? What he just said. Return the authority to print money to the United States government so that it comes with no debt and everything can get paid off. It might take a long time, but it would work.
Well, actually, I would like to say for something we've done for the community recently is we did help collect toys for Blue Santa. We are going to help with the graffiti cleanup at after the first of the year.
And we've also cleaned up other graffiti in this park previously.
The Blue Santa box was blocks which your officers gladly threw away, which we retrieved.
With toys in it.
See, guys, I'm on the night shift. Don't know what happened during the daytime. I see what I see in the newspaper and on the television. And you know that that's always not the total story.
I say you don't actually
Very
believe
true.
it. Swallow,
It's
do you?
not the whole story. So, where's your drone?
It's at somebody's house so it doesn't get raided.
Okay.
Right now, we were told if we can't carry it away, it might get thrown away.
I don't know what to tell you. Because I don't necessarily believe everything you guys tell me because it's your spin on it.
It's fair enough.
Unless, you know, that's...
Well, let me be fair. We were not told that by an officer. We were told that by our legal people.
So, you know, that's what I'm saying. You know, you're making it sound like that we're telling you stuff and it's like, y'all interpret things to, you know, you interpret what I'm saying, it's going to go back. You've got it on film though. At least you got that.
Well, no offense, man, but your superiors, not you personally, but your superiors have told us things and then have turned around and come back at us with something completely different.
I know.
The people who were arrested have
You
their
know,
charges
I
changed.
looked. Well, I was looking. I don't even know if you all do it. You did have live stream. I watched your General Assemblies, which those are not even happening anymore. So I'm guessing.
We had one tonight.
Did you have one?
Yes, ma'am.
We missed the
And you're always
because
welcome.
of all the
Well, I
chaos
do.
of things,
You know,
but we
I
do
look,
intend
I
to hold
look,
one every day.
and, you know, I have an idea of what you guys are doing, but again, it's only part of it, any more than, you know, what I see, what I hear, and me try to explain it to you. It gets twisted because you're gonna hear so much of it, he's gonna hear so much of it, you're gonna hear so much of it, you're gonna hear and take a different spin, you're gonna go back and tell the other guys your
That's why that exists.
interpretation.
That's
You
why
know.
that exists.
Can I
Well-
ask you a personal question, ma'am? Not as a question as officer. Would you be willing to, in your time off duty, be willing to come down and maybe spend some time with us and maybe learn a little bit more about what we're trying to do?
No, sir. Because as much as I've looked at the Occupy sites to see what it is you guys are doing, I have your little pamphlet that you guys had and printed out. Got all that. I look at the other Occupy sites. I cannot figure out what it is Occupy wants. A lot of things. That's all I know. I know you're not happy with.
So, but you
loans.
wouldn't be willing to take
know.
some time and maybe learn a little bit more about it and maybe have a better understanding of it?
Well,
You know why? This is not my cause. This is your cause. Every generation's had it. This Occupy.
everybody's
No,
cause.
no, sir, it's not. If it was, you'd have a lot more people down here. It is not my cause.
you,
If it's.
You're also part of the
What's
99%,
the
ma'am. Like
average?
I told you earlier, whether you like it or not, you're part of the 99%.
Oh, I know that.
Which is something that is figured
You-
out mathematically
I do
based on our
things-
tax
You know, I
records.
do things different from the way you do it.
You pay taxes,
Yes,
don't
I
you?
do. Yes, I do.
ma'am, I would just like to say, I mean, as far as like just in the city, we've received amazing support.
Well, from businesses and you know, from I guess I don't even know what happens
All
when
over
you
the
guys
place.
are out here, you know, in the daytime and you're doing your little marches and stuff.
That's why I'm asking you, wouldn't be willing to come and learn more about that?
And I explained to you, and that explanation should be good enough.
I don't think she can.
This is not my cause. No, it's not something I want to do. This is not my cause.
Hey.
You know, I grew up and, you know, Vietnam War, brothers and friends and stuff getting drafted. That was my cause. This is y'all's.
It was a good cause too.
It was, but everybody was focused on the one thing, get out of Vietnam. One item.
Well, it's a little easier when there's only one thing.
Well, that's
you
what I'm
want
saying. You
changed.
guys need to focus on one. Just pick
I wish,
one of the
I
things.
wish,
Wall Street. There you
Tax
go.
Wall Street.
I wish we could. I wish we
You
could.
know,
But there's a lot of other issues that go
taxes
with
aren't
that.
fair. Taxes aren't fair. I know that.
The people that have created
thing
these
is,
issues that we are trying
they
to
don't
face
tax
have
Wall
intentionally
Street.
made things
We're the ones who
complicated
get
enough that
taxed.
you can't
Well,
just fix
all
one
the
issue.
burden-
Right.
They don't carry the tax load like the middleman does.
No,
No,
Wall
'cause
Street.
Well, they've got
Wall Street does not get taxed.
Wall Street is an entity.
paid less
You
than
know,
$1 in
there's
taxes in
people
2010.
that work for Wall Street
Yeah.
that pay taxes. But if we're talking about, you know, the wealthy are not paying their fair share. No, nobody's interested in that.
Yeah.
You know.
But I have a question. Okay, the park police are here serving our community. I am part of this community. I grew up in this city, you know, and I have a right to assemble here, as it says in the First Amendment, to
peacefully
peacefully assemble
Yes.
and to redress my grievances. That's our right as American citizens. And it doesn't matter if we have different issues to discuss or have grievances against. We should be able to discuss all of them. We should be able to express our opinions towards all of them, because even though they may not all be addressed and fixed and, you know, things turn to our complete satisfaction, we still have the right to do that. And a lot of it has to do with the fact that in this country, you have to bend over backwards and work yourself to death even to get a college education. And then once you get it, you know, you have student loans and stuff also that pretty much are going to have to go with that. And then even if you do the right thing with that, you can't get a job hardly these days.
That's for everybody. Where's the? No, the guy that had the degree or the biology. He was here the other night.
Oh, I don't know who you're. I know.
You know
I
how I'm
who you're
talking
talking
about.
about.
And he's looking
I don't
for
know
a job.
where
And he
he's
has a
at.
degree in biology, and there was somebody else. I know, there's no jobs
And
out
our
there.
So is there
elderly,
not something
you know,
wrong?
Bill, I'm a
they have
licensed
to work
operating
at
But I
engineer.
can't
I
fix
can
it.
run a
I
power
can't
I
plant.
expect you to fix it, but I don't expect you
Our
to hinder it.
elderly,
I mean,
you know,
not
they're
really
not.
hindering it.
Your issue is because I got my car.
My issue
car
is
parked
because
here.
it's a petty harassment type thing. It's
Ma'am?
not a thing that actually matters. It's not an emergency.
Ma'am, I was.
I'm feeling, guys.
Hey, Joe, one
wait,
second.
I'm feeling a little harassed myself because it's one of me against you guys. So I'm feeling a little harassed.
Ma'am, Joe, give me a second, Joe.
5, 6 of you guys like all up on us.
What's the man's?
You know
Well,
what?
I think
When I come out here, I usually come out here and talk to y'all all by myself.
Ma'am,
And
I was,
Never really done anything to cause you harm or, you know, we've assembled
You
peacefully.
haven't caused me anything. You haven't caused me any harm. Okay, understand?
But I have been caused harm. I have been.
Not by me though. I want all that clear. I don't like when you say you because
it's not all about you, man.
I
It's
didn't
all
say
about
you
your
had done it, but
officer.
one of
Okay,
the co-workers.
guys, I just want to say that, as you as a person, that's why I lift up this mask.
Hey,
I was licensed as T-Close, but unfortunately I came home from Iraq ill, and I cannot pursue that career field anymore.
wow.
And so I understand quite a bit about what you guys go through, and one of our local issues is we would like to see you guys, the park police, treated more fairly and more on par as if with SAPD. And you know, you're asking what we're focusing on, and I would like to tell you that's one of the things we are focusing on.
Guys, I appreciate it. But that's not even within my power to try to fix.
We're trying.
That's something we've, it's the system.
But this is
And I work, I work for the city, so, it's a good job. 20 years, celebrated 20 years in October.
Congratulations.
It's a good job. And I'm sorry that happened to you. But
Yes, ma'am.
the rest of you guys, what? You're having a hard time finding a job.
We're going to the car for a little
All
bit.
right.
Okay.
All right.
You're having a tough time. How about you?
Excuse me, Caleb.
Yeah.
Caleb. You and Hera, come by the car whenever you want. Warm up a little bit.
Where's that?
I think she's in the bathroom with Taylor still.
I thought the bathrooms were locked.
Oh, no, we're.
They wouldn't found the bathroom at a restaurant, I believe.
Oh yeah, that's
I
right.
was going to say the bathrooms are locked. But, are you working? Are you able to find work?
I'm actually working on that.
Are you?
I'm
And
going to work
you, sir?
first.
Got a job.
I don't have my ID and my birth certificate burned up in my apartment.
Okay.
So
And you need to get,
because I'm from Ohio, so
Wow.
I've already sent out went to Cam to try to get my birth certificate back.
because you need that
It
to get
was-
an ID down
yeah.
here. And you got to have that to get
it
a
was-
job. What about
That
Social
freaking
Security?
rock
I
in
got
there.
that.
Look at that.
Okay.
And I got my